Hey everyone, welcome back to the garage. I'm Glenn, super stoked to be back working on the 2006 Volvo S60. This is the P2 chassis, it's the T5. And as I had mentioned in earlier videos, that we needed to do pretty much the entire front end. So let's get you caught up on where we're at here. Been kind of working and pulling apart. Started with the tie rod. So I had this tie rod completely blow out, and then of course I'm showing the inner workings. I'll pull the other tie rod out. There's back over to the rack and pin, and obviously the inner tie rod as well. So I got these are Mahle's, or Mahle, M-A-H, Mahle parts. Thank you, IPD USA. Pick these up. Got the other side as well. Do need to do the control arm. Got the control arm bolts already out. This one is in. There she is, just holding the control arm in right now so I could work on this other part of this tie rod. But let me show you. Let's see, let's show you. Yeah, let's show you what we got real quick. I gotta recharge the battery on this, so we'll get you good. Obviously, we got the IPD end links, IPD sway bars in from when we had the transmission out that was being rebuilt. And then that's actually a new axle that went in at the same time that the transmission went in. So here's what we found real quick when we got everything out on the old tie rod. Was, there she is there. So what we wound up with is this inner 13 millimeter had been stripped, and so it was difficult. This outer tie rod is actually frozen to the inner tie rod joint, and so as a result, getting the inner tie rod, in there, loose was kind of a hassle. Did absolutely use the help of the tie rod installation tool to deinstall, and basically I was able to basically just pull this boot back enough, completely crush it, pulled the spring clip clamp from it, and pulled it back far enough to be able to get enough of the install tool around it, and you know, get it broken free. So we are now back. I've gotten the used the install tool. Get myself laid out here. Able to get the install tool around the inner tie rod. We were able to get that torqued to 100 Newton meters. That's just a little under 74 foot-pounds, 73.7 and change. So we went up at 74 foot-pounds, and now we're basically just going to install the boot, which we got from Rain. There's the Mahle box, and there's your installation tool. I think these come, again, got this from IPD USA. Thanks a lot, guys. But I've seen these in the parts departments at the regular automotive store as well. So they work great. Boom, in there. Torque winch went straight into, I think it's the 3/8 drive, and torqued it right up. So it worked well. So we're going to work on, just as a little side note, here's what happens when your tie rod goes bad. Take a look. This front tire wear absolutely just chewed through the tire in literally probably 100 miles or less. The back tire is fine. I mean, I had just swapped these over, and once the tie rod let loose, I mean, it wore this side of the tire on the inner about halfway around, and then it wore the outer on the other side. So it was really wobbling when it was going down the road, even though it wasn't creating any any unnecessary vibrations or anything actually when I was driving. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish off. I'm going to deinstall the outer tie rod, get the boot on, and then we're going to go after the lower control arm, and we've got new shiny ones with that, with polyurethane heavy duty bushings as well. So as you can see, car hasn't been on the road for about 45 days or so. Maybe a little less, but we're gonna have it all fixed up. Also was able to get the ABS sensor holders, basically plastic clips. I'm not quite sure, I have to figure out what holds those in there, but I will deal with that as well, and we will go from good. All right, so for now, that's it. Thanks for checking out this, basically part one. Like I said, had a problem with this actual tie rod being basically welded. Now, you know, could have tried some penetrating solution. I don't have any right now. So that possibly could have freed it up. I probably will soak it, see if I can get it loosened up so I can get this clamp off. This boot is actually in great shape, although we do have new ones. A little mangled there from the so we'll just put everything new on, and then we'll just have those as spares in case anything happens to it. So other than that, that's it for now, and we will be back once we get the control arm started. Thanks for watching.